Hey, how's it going, YouTube? My name is Nacho. Today's video will be focusing on Resident Evil 7 items, or at least the few that have been revealed, and the ones that I find interesting because there have been so many items and keys that we have absolutely no idea what they're used for. So I'm going to be talking about the few that we do have details on, or that we can at least speculate as to what they'll be used for. Now, before we start this video, I just want to say that I'm so happy and excited to see these items and the little figures that they've shown, like the little images and icons, because they're just huge callbacks to the original Resident Evil games. And honestly, it just warms my heart. Without further ado, let's get started. First up, we have the green herb. Now, this is very interesting. In past Resident Evil games, you had the red herb, the yellow herb, the blue herb, and the brown herb for diarrhea. We might only see one herb because in this video, when you highlight the green herb, it only says herb. So maybe it's the only one we'll be seeing. Anyway, next up we have the chem fluid. Now we definitely know one of its uses. You combine the green herb with the chem fluid and it makes the first aid med. And you just pour that bad boy on your wrist and you're ready to go for round 2 or 5. Masturbation jokes. Now this image contains some of the items that are pre-order bonuses when you do pre-order Resident Evil 7, and we actually can see a smaller version of the first aid med, which more likely than not will only replenish a small amount of health compared to the first aid med. Now there's a bunch of items here, but what's really interesting are these little coins. Now for a few months it was not known what these coins were. There was so much speculation behind the coins, but eventually some info did leak out. Now before we get into that, there are 4 separate types of coins. There's a silver coin, there's a gold coin, a bronze one, and a copper one. Each separate coin might have their own function, but one is known. One of the coins actually boosts your defense, so it's a stat boost coin. It's pretty cool, kind of like steroids, but not really. I am unofficially naming these coins steroid coins, so there it is. Steroid coins, Resident Evil 7, awesome. Next up we have the burner set, which brings gas cans and fire starters. Anyone remember that song? I do. There's actually some leaked info that suggests we'll be seeing a flamethrower in the game to be used as a weapon. So the gas cans will be used as a sort of fuel for the flamethrower. Perhaps you can use the fire starters as a sort of little trap that you can then set ablaze to using the gas cans. We will, however, get into traps later in the video. Next up, we have some ammo, and who doesn't love ammo, especially since Capcom has been saying over and over again that this game will be very light in terms of resources, and ammo is a very important one. We have the typical red handgun ammo, but right next to it is a very different looking type of ammo. It's a black box, and well, that's pretty much what I know about it. If you know anything about this black box, be sure to comment down below, nachos. We need your help. I need your help. Besides that, we have the shotgun ammo, which looks like a little box full of fun, doesn't it? I mean, it's a little chubby looking box with a nice little butt on it, right? Or am I seeing another box? I don't know. It looks fun, if that makes sense. Then we have the axe, which will be used to break stuff, just like the knife in Resident Evil 4. And then we have a bunch of question marks when we see this image, because this is actually a leaked image containing a bunch of new items that we have no details on. Now, some of the figures are pretty obvious. I mean, you have the dynamite. I know I keep saying Resident Evil 4 this and Resident Evil 4 that. There was a part where you actually use a dynamite to destroy a rock. It was pretty funny because there's actually ganados behind the rock and it fucks them up pretty good. But yeah, this probably can be used as a trap of some sort. You know, it's a timed explosive. Or maybe if you get tired of looking for keys and solving puzzles, you're just like, fuck it, let's blow this bitch ass door to smithereens. What does smithereens mean? Then you have a random looking backpack. Hopefully this backpack is used to increase capacity in some sort with your inventory. You know, you can carry more items using the backpack. Then we have a syringe, which is probably a medical item of some sort. Or you can use the syringe to inject your steroid coins. Call now for more steroid coins. I'm not a drug dealer. Besides that, it's all speculation as to what the other items mean. I mean, there's a shotgun, but I'm actually going to be doing a weapons video probably this week, so be sure to subscribe to stay tuned for that. Besides that, my fellow nachos, it's all speculation. I mean, you guys could check out the image for yourself and see what conclusions you come up with. Next up, we have a bunch of random keys and items that, I mean, I don't even have to say it. There's the dummy finger, okay? There's the dummy finger, and then there's bolt cutters. VHS types. We'll be scouting around the fucking locations so you can see what the fuck was going on before you go ahead and enter the door. And what the fuck is that? It's a fucking junk biker, mate. That's a junk biker, mate. Excuse me. But VHS tapes will be scattered around the locations as little video diaries that you can see. You can use as clues as to the whereabouts of the story. Folding knife that has actually been featured so much in many demos and footage. This thing is probably the main character of the game. We have a mysterious straw doll looking mysterious voodoo doll thing. Now, because the game is set in the South, and I believe it is set in Louisiana, don't quote me on that, there's a bunch of voodoo stuff down there. So this is actually pretty typical to see, and I actually like the little addition of the face that says you. It's pretty creepy. Then there's a yellow balloon and a random looking PC part. All this stuff is just very random. Completely speculative. Who knows what these items are? At the end of the day, I can't wait to actually find out what each and every one of these things will be used for. Besides that, that's pretty much all the items I want to talk about. I know there's a bunch that I didn't include in the video, but if you didn't see your favorite item that you've seen so far in Resident Evil 7, be sure to comment down below, as well as let's throw in a weird ass question. Which item do you think, which item can you come up with that will have some sort of impact in Resident Evil 7? It doesn't have to be one we've seen so far. It could be like, I don't know, a speaker or, you know, plastic dildo. Anything you guys could think of, be sure to comment down below. Be sure to check out my past Resident Evil 7 video, which was focusing on the characters of Resident Evil 7. And next up, this week, I will be uploading Resident Evil 7 weapons, or at least a few that we do know about. I make Resident Evil videos from Monday to Thursday, so be sure to stick around and join the nachos today. Subscribe and like, and as always, stay single.